Hey y'all, I'm Catherine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm the owner of Evergreen Era Film and Photo, where I help couples who dread the idea of a traditional wedding have an outdoor adventure elopement experience that is true to who you are. Today, I want to walk you through how to pick a Washington elopement photographer and why I might be a great fit for you. I know that planning an elopement in Washington is an easy choice to make because Washington's mega beautiful, but I know that finding the right person to capture your experience and to help you throughout that planning process, if they do that, can be a little bit tough. So I'm here to kind of walk you through some things that will help you make that decision, and hopefully you'll feel better and know what to do next on the other side. So let's get into it. So first, I just want to clarify the difference between what I mean when I say like a wedding versus an elopement. So if you're new here, I specialize in elopements. What that means is I work with couples who have wedding celebrations with 20 guests or less. Probably half of my elopements are just the couple, but some still want to include family or friends or loved ones. And so the difference between the feeling of like a big wedding and elopement, and why I chose this difference, is because traditional weddings typically include more people, a lot more expectations placed on you, more tradition involved in that day. They require a lot more planning typically because there's a lot of different vendors and aspects you need to include in the day. They lack a bit of intimacy and they can be, you know, quite expensive and pretty stressful for a lot of my couples. So a lot of people are kind of shifting away from the larger, more traditional wedding and moving into the idea of an elopement, which is something that is a lot more intimate, gives you time to spend with the people you love, less stressful, not necessarily less expensive, can be, but you're actually spending money on things and experiences that you value rather than tablescapes and meals for people for one meal for a day. So you're actually spending money in a way that you like. And they can be anywhere. They can be more involved in the out of doors if that's a place that you love, which is my niche particularly, is helping couples have elopement days in the out of doors because I also love spending time there. In the outdoors because I also love spending time there. Out of doors, what the heck? It also allows for like a more unique, personalized, true to who you are celebration so that you can kind of make it your own. So should you hire an elopement photographer in Washington? Yeah, you definitely should. No doubt about that. You're going to want to relive the day, at least with photo, if not photo and video. You should definitely have somebody there with you to capture that and to be able to remember those moments for the rest of your life and pass it down through generations if that is what you choose to do. So here are some things that you're going to want to look for in your elopement photographer for your Washington elopement. Of course, you know, it's really tough to kind of navigate the online world looking at people's websites and feeling out who's going to be a good fit because everybody has probably beautiful photos of couples in Washington. So here are some other things to consider that will help you narrow down the photographer for you. Of course, number one, you're going to want to love the photo and potentially the videos that photographer has. So if you don't feel good feelings when you see their photo and their video, I'd say move on. Take them out of the running. Focus on the people whose photo and video you really love. The next thing you might want to look at is lots of positive reviews. So photographers do get reviewed in places like Facebook or Google business accounts. So make sure that you're checking their reviews and seeing those. Knowing that somebody has all of those good 5-star reviews from the past is a good sign. Also, you might be able to read reviews and really get a feel on what other couples' experiences were like during that day. So if they have long, amazing reviews that are very detailed, that is a really good sign. Of course, you're going to want to make sure that your photographer has the availability for your dates. So if you have somebody you like, then reaching out and figuring out if they're available the time that you want to get married is going to be key. You'll want to know that they have familiarity with the area and that they understand and can support you in figuring out what the processes are for getting married and eloping in that area that you're wanting to elope. So Washington State, for example, here. You'll want somebody who can provide some vendor recommendations for you because that's going to help make your process easier. You're also going to want to know that they have an understanding and knowledge of outdoor places and experiences that you can do for your elopement, but also just have that outdoor experience experience themselves, that they are prepared for an outdoor elopement in general. You're going to want to find somebody who will let your day unfold naturally and won't be rushing and forcing you through a stressful experience like you would potentially have with a big wedding. That's why you chose to elope. You want it to be more carefree. You'll also want to find somebody who won't turn your elopement day and your experience that is really about you and those memories that you're making into a photo shoot that's really only about the photos at the end of the day that aren't even honestly representing your story and your experience. You want a photographer who has shared values, for example, being eco-friendly, who supports LGBTQ+ inclusivity, equal rights, all of these things. If you want somebody with shared values and somebody who also just kind of connects and fits with you, that you enjoy their personality and being around. And then I'll just have to throw in there somebody who might do photo and video both together. That is gonna be a really big positive for you, so you don't have to hire multiple vendors, but you still get beautiful photos and beautiful video at the end of the day. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, obviously, hey, I'm Catherine. I work really hard to provide all of those things to all of my couples so that you get the best experience possible. Obviously, you want to check out, my website and a little bit more to learn more about my values and the things that my packages include to make sure that it's a really good fit for you. But I'm currently located in Washington State. I love this beautiful area, and so helping you have an elopement day experience that is just incredible, like even better than you could have dreamed, is what I love to do most. Some of my favorite Washington elopement destinations are Mount Rainier National Park, North Cascades National Park, Olympic National Park. Can you believe we have 3 amazing national parks in this state, and all slightly different too, but beautiful in their own way. There are also some big, amazing national forests like Snoqualmie, Mount Baker National Forest in the area as well. So lots of places to celebrate your elopement with tons of gorgeous beauty around ya. Beauty. So here are my top Washington elopement tips and recommendations. Plan ahead. Planning ahead is gonna help it feel not so stressed. You're gonna be able to get permits in time and just enjoy that planning experience a little bit more than if you're kind of stressing and rushing. It might be more difficult to find a photographer available for your date and willing to do something so quick as well. Don't think elopements just happen in a week or two. Couples who plan to elope still plan months in advance, sometimes a year in advance or more. So plan ahead, which leads into looking into marriage licenses and permits ahead of time so you know what you need to do to make sure you get those before your elopement date. Consider the seasons and the weather and how busy your location might be for the desired date that you've chosen. If possible, scout your location in advance, or ask a local to go do that, or your photographer if they are available or if they have experience with that location. Make sure you leave no trace and respect the space so that we can leave it better or as good as we found it for more and more people to enjoy in future endeavors and future elopements. Find other fun things to do for your elopement day. So there are tons of different ideas of personal things that you and your partner love to do, from outdoor adventure activities like snowmobiling, helicopter rides, hiking, sledding, like who knows, you can do anything really. Anything you would do any day, you can do on an elopement day. And then of course, preserve your day through photo and video, which you will do if you hire a photographer or videographer. So here's what the process would look like if you wanted to start moving forward on potential planning and choosing me as your Washington Elopement photographer. So first, you'll want to go to my website, of course, which is linked in the description below, and go to my contact page, fill that out to give me all the info that I need, and we will plan a time to chat on the phone. You don't need to have everything planned at this point. It's totally okay and normal. We'll talk through some ideas and potentials, and then all you'll need is a location. So even Washington State works as your location if you're not sure exactly where you want to elope yet. You'll need a location and a date for your elopement in order to book. And so we'll talk about all of those things on the phone call, make sure we're a good fit, there's no pressure. Then once you book, with signing a contract and paying a retainer, then we start planning together with all the different ideas and questionnaires and things. So we'll start walking through that planning process. Then your elopement day will come, you'll get married, you'll have like an amazing experience that you spent money in the ways you want to, you enjoyed your time, it was way less stressful, and something that you're gonna really love and value and remember forever. And then you'll be able to relive the photo and the video from that day. You'll be able to sit down and watch it when you just want a reminder of how special that day was. If there's hard days or good days, it's just an awesome thing to have to enjoy your life and remember how in love with it you are. All right, I hope that was helpful. I hope it guided you to a little bit more awareness and ability to make the right decision when it comes to picking your Washington elopement photographer. Please like and subscribe to continue to get all this good elopement planning content your way, and leave a comment below if you had anything that you learned today or had any other questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Ew, I'm getting all blah, 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 blah. What am I trying to say? Oh my gosh.